emigrant, emigrant, emigrant.
Someone who leaves their home country to live somewhere else, usually for good. Here's a sample sentence. After years of struggling to find work in her home country, Maria decided to emigrate to the United States in search of better opportunities.
Emigrate, emigrate, emigrate.
To leave one's home country to live somewhere else, usually permanently. Here is a sample sentence. After graduating from college, she decided to emigrate to Australia with her family in search of better job opportunities.
Eminent, eminent, eminent.
This word means someone or something that is highly respected, important, and well known for being very good at what they do. Here is a sample sentence. The renowned physicist, Dr. Maria Hernandez, was an eminent expert in her field, known for her groundbreaking research on quantum mechanics. In this example, eminent means highly respected and distinguished within their profession or community.
Emission, emission, emission.
It's when something is released or given out from a source, like a sound, smell, or gas. Here is a sample sentence. The factory's emission of pollutants into the air was causing significant health problems in the nearby community. This sentence demonstrates how the word emission can be used to refer to the release or discharge of something, such as pollutants, into the environment.
Emit, emit, emit.
This action means to send out something, like light or sound, from a source. Here is a sample sentence. The factory will emit large amounts of pollution into the atmosphere if it doesn't install new scrubbers. In this example, emit means to release or give off something, in this case pollution, from a source.
Emotion, emotion, emotion.
It's a strong feeling that happens inside you, often because something is important to you or affects you deeply. Here's a sample sentence. The look on her face conveyed a deep emotion, one that was hard to ignore. This sentence uses the word emotion to describe a strong feeling or state of being experienced by someone.
Emotional, emotional, emotional.
It's about feelings that are strong and personal, like happiness, sadness, or excitement. They can make you feel good or bad, and they're often hard to control. Here is a sample sentence. After losing her job, she felt emotionally drained and struggled to find motivation to start looking for new opportunities.
Emphasis, emphasis, emphasis.
It's when you stress or highlight something to make it more important or noticeable than other things. Here is a sample sentence. The professor placed emphasis on understanding the historical context in order to fully appreciate the novel's themes. In this sentence, emphasis refers to the act of giving importance or stress to something, in this case, understanding the historical context.
Emphasize, emphasize, emphasize.
This means to make something more important or noticeable by saying or doing it strongly. Here is a sample sentence. The teacher tried to emphasize the importance of studying for the exam by giving a detailed explanation of the material. In this sentence, emphasize means to stress or draw attention to something, in this case, the importance of study.
Empirical, empirical, empirical.
This word refers to something that is based on what can be seen, heard, or experienced with our senses, rather than just being an idea or theory. It's about facts and evidence, rather than just guessing or thinking. Here is a sample sentence. The scientists' findings were based on empirical evidence gathered through rigorous experimentation and observation. In this sentence, empirical refers to data or observations that are collected through direct experience or sensory perception, rather than through theory or speculation.
Employ, employ, employ.
This action means to give someone a job or task to do, usually for pay. Here is a sample sentence. The company will employ 20 new staff members to meet the growing demand. In this sentence, employ means to hire or engage someone in a job.
Employee, employee, employee,
A person who works for someone else, usually in exchange for money or other benefits. Here's a sample sentence. The company's employee handbook outlines the policies and procedures that all employees must follow.
employer, employer, employer,
A person or organization that gives someone a job to do, usually in exchange for money. Here is a sample sentence. The company's employer, Mr. Smith, was pleased with the employee's hard work and dedication.
employment, employment, employment,
It's when someone works for money or pay, usually on a regular basis, for an organization or person. Here is a sample sentence. After graduating from college, she began her career and started looking for full-time employment in her field.
empty, empty, empty,
It's something that has nothing inside or on it, making it completely free from anything. Here is a sample sentence. The room was completely empty, with no furniture or belongings in sight.
enable, enable, enable,
This means to give someone or something the power or ability to do something they couldn't do before. Here is a sample sentence. The new software update will enable users to access additional features and tools. In this example, enable means to make something possible or capable of being done.
enchant, enchant, enchant,
This word means to make something or someone feel happy, magical, and special. It's like a spell that makes everything feel wonderful. Here is a sample sentence. The magician's spell was said to have the power to enchant anyone who heard it, putting them under his control. In this example, enchant means to cast a magical spell that charms or captivates someone, often in a way that is difficult to resist.
encircle, encircle, encircle,
To surround something completely with a circle, or a shape that goes all around it. Here is a sample sentence. The children gathered around their teacher, forming a circle to listen to her story. In this example, the verb gathered and the preposition around work together with the noun circle to demonstrate the meaning of the word encircle, which means to surround or form a circle around something.
enclose, enclose, enclose,
This action means to surround something with a boundary, like walls or a fence, so that it's contained within a specific area. Here is a sample sentence. The realtor will enclose the contract and other documents in an envelope to be mailed to the buyer. In this example, enclose means to put something, in this case, the contract and documents, inside another thing, the envelope.
enclosure, enclosure, enclosure,
It's something that surrounds or contains something else, often to protect or separate it from others. Here is a sample sentence. The company's annual report included an enclosure with detailed financial statements and tax information. In this example, enclosure refers to a separate document or package that was attached to the main report.